healing capacity of his party or the physical damage part of his party nearly as much. He's just trying to balance it out.
Yeah, I like Brott's party though, because to me that's safety, because that gives you white magic, black magic, and then red mage can do its thing as well.
Ooh, life 2 in the 3rd slot, which is gettable. Nuke level 1, ice 3 level 1, quad X level 1. That is a stacked black mage. That is stacked, and I'm
amazing.
Sure. Yeah, I'm positive Splitpunched is delighted with his party comp at this point, because he's not locked out of anything other than Ruse, but getting life 2 at level 1 alongside the nuke spell, alongside some of these higher level spells in the very first level, it's fantastic.
I'm always happy to see nuke, and I love seeing it for 12 gold.
No doubt about it. So now we're going to see Brott immediately beelining toward the Temple of Fiends. And Split decided to take a level. I think he's going to go buy some more spells.
Not a bad idea. Got to be prepared,
Mm-hmm. So we had an initial concern. We have an early canoe, the very first chest we check. And we had concerns that this might go a little longer because of the new flag set, but given an early progression item like the canoe and that spell set we're getting in level 1, probably not going to take as long as we originally presumed.
Yeah, I can agree. That's a really good way to start. Great magic, good item that gives you got some options as to where you can go.
Mm-hmm. And Bone presenting slight problem, but nothing that a little nuke can't handle.
It looks like Splitpunched is going with the fun percent today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he tends to do that. So we have an early silver shield. It's a good piece of equipment for the fighter in the early game. A little bit of money. And Nuke should take care of business here without incident.
Absolutely.
He splits on his heels.
$1,000 houses, that's going to be pretty nice too. That's a third of their normal price, so that's good.
It's not a terrible price. You want to make sure that we've got something affordable in the ways of a canoe or a tent so that they can dodge some encounters.
Changed out the bridge. I didn't see what Sarah had. What did she? Is that the Oxyale?
Yeah, we had a bridge, and I believe we saw the Oxyale immediately. So,
wow,
that's an interesting immediate pickup there. Okay, and we've got some chain armor getting purchased here. 3 of the 4 members of Split's party are going to be able to wear that, and 2 of the members of Brott's. So Split's going to be doing a lot better on the defensive front, as would be expected.
Yeah.
And the bridge of credits is rolling. Noticing a little bit of a graphical difference on Splitpunched side. That's a mod that he's using. And Wolfman's covering in chat some of the new incentives in the round of 16 that were not in Swiss. So we have incentivized fetch quest NPCs. I think it's a full NPC shuffle we're dealing with. Fetch quest rewards. The other quest items are being incentivized. The Titan's Trove be available and can potentially be locked off, and an improved turn order as well.
Yeah, and the unrunnables are shuffled too, as well as the enemy status attacks, skills and spells and scripts, and be interesting to see what some of these monster parties are going to have today.
Most definitely. And Brott is having absolutely no issues with the pirates. Nuke takes care of all of them. And the crystal. So doing well to skip Matoya's cave. Just yeah, Ruby is purchasable for max price.
Oh wow.
65K. So that's going to be quite interesting, I think, having to save up for that Ruby. So we got Heal 3 in level 2, and Wall.
Well, that wall could certainly come in handy.
We got Fire 3 and Temper as well. So, you know, honestly, these first 2 levels worth of spells are almost sufficient for endgame. Like, the only thing you might want to grab if you can find Cure 4 and Fast, and obviously Fade would be nice too, but barring that, you've got a pretty stacked 2 levels of magic.
Yeah, that and a canoe, and these 2 guys are off to a great start here.
Looks like Brott's making his way to, I'm assuming ice. Yep.
What do you think of that play? Was that something that you would do?
I'm a little bit more conservative of a player, and I haven't played the new flag sets myself. I haven't played since March, but I think this is it's still a gamble because of the low levels, but you have the artillery to deal with it. I don't know if he's got a warp or not.
Yeah, that's the only thing I prefer to have, at least a warp, and possibly even an exit, but depending on where exit could be, because we don't know. I haven't seen it yet. It could be level 6, 7.
Yeah, warp and exit are pretty important to grab. So, looks like Brott noped out before even getting there. Can't say I blame him.
Me neither.
I think he might go to Matoya. You got 3 chests there, and you've got the crystal in your hand, so.
I'd be curious to see if there's anything good in there.
We have no idea what Matoya is gonna dump on him. I'm about to find out. Piddly gold, and an ice sword's a pretty nice pickup at this stage of the game.
Yeah, it's a good early good weapon find for the fighter.
And the rod, which is not immediately going to pay dividends, but it's one more item off the list. Yeah, the ice sword was the real good find there.
Absolutely, that makes it worth it to me. 'Cause that's a good, like you said, a good sword to start with.
Yeah, it's a worst case scenario end game weapon. Like you'd want something like with a sun sword or better if you're bringing a fighter or knight into that last fight, and you know basically the gauntlet at the end with TOFR. But if you can't find anything better than an ice sword, you can still manage.
Absolutely. Well, you always want to hope for something, sun sword, Mazmune, something like that to get you by, but...
Right, and you have tempers as well.
And hopefully they can find the power gauntlet, too, to help out a little bit towards the end, because you never know what Chaos is going to have.
You never know. That whole gauntlet at the end, it can be tenuous if you don't have enough attack power, but with low-level nukes and 2 to 3 mages, I mean, if Splitpunched class changes, he will have 3 nuke casters. As will Brott. So no matter what, we'll have 3 people casting a low-level nuke spell. That's a hell of a lot of firepower. And if we see like a level 3 or 4 fade, it's not really too much of an issue.
Well, we're not even 10 minutes into this match yet, and phenomenal start.
Absolutely.
I wish I could roll seeds like this.
Then
myself,
it all comes down to who's going to execute better at this point and who's going to make the fewest mistakes with routing.
Well, that and a little bit of luck, and it depends though, because sometimes when I go into the ice cave, sometimes I hit all the chests, sometimes I don't. I prefer to get them all just because I really don't want to double dip or triple dip or, knowing my luck, quadruple dip,
Yeah, you should never have to quadruple dip. Yeah, triple factorial caught me misspeaking. Yes, Brott can have a max of 2 nuke casters because 2 of the characters are white magic only. You are correct. But Brott will have a little bit more access to higher medium level spells, and he will also get spell charges a little faster by having the white and black mages.
Ooh, Pete from the Sage. That's a good one. So where do you think they're gonna probably go back to the castle and Elfland?
I would probably unlock as many chests as I can possibly unlock. That would be my play. Anything you can get for free without having to risk dying or go too terribly far out of your way, I would certainly take that.
Absolutely.
And Brott is on his way to Elfland, it looks like. Brott, not shy about those river fights. I don't personally tend to like fighting river fights too much. They're pretty dicey, and they tend to be dangerous and not really worth the XP. But if he's getting these fights and he's got the firepower for it, more power to him.
Yeah, no kidding. If it wasn't for that nuke, then the spells you carry through the river can really make it, depending on how scary it is.
Mm-hmm. These, like, the Ocho carry fights this early on they can tend not to be too great. And Split's going to make his way to Elfland first. And before he even goes shopping, he's going to check those chests. Those 4 freebies here. Which makes sense, because you get a little extra money. And now he's got a flame sword to throw on his red mage.
Well, and they're freebies too, there's no risk of dying, which is
correct.
Nice, I like to take that when I get it.
Mm-hmm. So Silver Sword getting sold here. And Brack. Split, I know it took everything out of you not to buy Brack right then and there, but way to exercise restraint, buddy. Nothing spectacular in level 3. So level 4 warp or exit at this point would be ideal.
Absolutely.
Cure 4 is fantastic, but I think he's probably a little more interested in... Oh. Tensor 63, that's not terrible.
No, it could be better though.
It could be, but at least you can buy bulk and not go broke in the process.
Oh yeah, only Cure 4 and Invis 2. Oh, I'm wondering where exit 4.
Yeah, no exit, no warp. The first 4 levels of magic, that's not fun. It really de-incentivizes the Ice Cave as an early play. But it might be the only play they've got, other than Marsh, which we don't like to acknowledge exists in the first place.
Agreed.
So
I don't like to go there.
Mm-mm. I'll be darned. He's doing it. Let's go in Marsh.
Oh, wow.
Now I can tell you,
he's a braver man than I am.
We've not commonly seen Marsh Cave plays in the original Swiss flag set. We're going to see it a little more often in the bracket stages, but still not as frequently because there's not an incentive chest there.
Yeah.
So we shall see.
Do you think making the play to Coneria for those chests, for those 6 freebies up there, do you think that's a good play?
Absolutely.
Or
yeah, it's 6 free chests, and I would even probably go up to Temple of Fiends as well and grab those 3 this early on with as little money as you've got.
Yeah.
Free chests are where it's at. I think Split's just trying to save a little routing time. Bane Sword. Oh boy. Yeah, you can just visualize Split celebrating that pickup.
Sure can. Sure can.
Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure why neither of them is making that play to the free chests. So we have a Chime. Mark that off the list. So it was really wise of him to come here.
Yeah, that's a good turned out it was a good play for Split right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Brott's gonna have to make that play at some point.
Yeah,
So,
gonna have to.
Yeah, did not see an incentive item coming out of that Marsh Cave.
I sure love the way those skeletons look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not a bad play at all. It's simply, as far as the percentages go, where we are right now, with what's available to check out. Marsh versus Ice versus the free chests in the north with Canaria and Temple of Fiends. I would go to the free chests first and then probably go to Marsh, because without warp or exit, I don't like Ice.
Yeah. RNG better be on your side if you're going into Ice with no warp and no exit, because that can be an easy rip, you know.
Right. It's not so much that you don't have the offense, because you do. What you don't have is the ability to survive, say, an ambush against, you know, a pack of 9 undead, or, you know, Frost Wolf, Frost Giant, any of those really nasty ones.
And we haven't seen a whole lot of spells from enemies right now as of this point too. So you never know who's got what.
Absolutely right.
But when you get ambushed by, I'd start any more than 5, anywhere between 5 and 9, and you're gonna find out pretty quick what they do have.
Absolutely. Yeah, Volcano would be a pretty smart play here too, just for chest density's sake alone. But I think what Split's doing is eliminating one more variable. He's just clearing out whatever he can clear out. He was in the neighborhood. Marsh doesn't take as long as people make it out to take. And you're still picking up, I think, somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 to 13 chests.
True, there's quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's see if Keylocked Marsh is a thing. Let's see if he picks up like I don't know, loot or something crazy down here. Masa.
We've got a heal so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Volcano with Nuke is a hell of a combination, because then you can take on fights with the fires. You can take Peed fights if you run into them. 5 Argoyles. There's plenty of things that can pay off that aren't as big of a threat.
Yeah, you're right. I'm curious to see what Brott's gonna find over here in the ice cave.
Mm-hmm. He's definitely gonna find something, but the question is what.
Was that a vanilla silver knife location right there?
I think it's one of those 3 chests, yeah. I'm not sure if it was the exact vanilla location, but I'm pretty sure it's one of those 3.
Wow.
I guess I need to watch more Gyre play. see those vanilla placements, because I've long since forgotten most of them.
I'm pretty familiar with the vanilla, and I think that's within the general area of where there's a silver knife.
Oh, Opal armor pickup. If he doesn't find dragon armor and class changes, that's going to be big.
That's definitely a good safety piece of armor in case you don't find the dragon.
Speaking of. Okay, so the best armor in the game is in the bottom. It's in Keylock Marsh.
Wow.
Split won the lottery.
Yeah, I must say that trip to Marsh has definitely paid off in Split's favor.
No triple, he cannot wear the opal right now. That's a class change only piece of armor. Be great if he could.
Oh, he'd be set.
No, Witch Cells for more wouldn't be worth it, because dragon armor blocks the 3 elementals, and opal does not. So selling opal's the right play, regardless of what you can get for dragon. Brott making his second run down, and Split trying to get out of here alive, which I definitely think is doable here with the firepower he's got.
Hopefully, as long as he's got enough, charges to get him off, to get him out, then he'll be fine. Quad
X on one of those. I don't know if it was the ghoul or the zombie, but one of those two whacked him with Quad X. Fortunately, that level 1 life 2 makes that a little bit of a non-issue.
Oh, absolutely. Life 2 can save you on a lot of resources.
Mm-hmm. Life 2 is the best healing spell in the game. where are we headed now? I think with all of this, Split may just go to get those free chests. He may go north.
Where do you think the crown is, Will?
Take a stab in the dark here. I'm gonna put it in Ordeals. Ordeals incentive. I think we're gonna see almost a full clear. At least on Brott's side, I think we'll see at least a full clear, because I don't think Brott's gonna go to the Marsh Cave unless he feels like he has to, which implies that he's going to go everywhere else first.
Yeah, it looks like Split went to the castle there, and there was nothing but a few bucks. Mm-hmm. Good there.
Split's about to crack open a whole ton of chests because he's got the Dwarf Cave, he's got Canaria, and he's got Temple of Fiends if he wants it. So there's some good gold. Yeah, maybe he can pick up Adamant here and just grab Excal immediately. And
that'd be nice.
That's the way his seed's going lately.
Pure 9 grand, not real good. Curious to see what's going to be in the Dwarf Cave here, though.
So far, just money and trinkets. Yep, it's still worth it. Excal is in a box. Ah, thank you.
Brott found an opal helmet. I didn't see the other things that were.
Yep, you can definitely tell how many of these full NPC shuffle matches or races I've been involved in, which is roughly I think 2, and not in many months. With that statement. Thief's getting work. Thief is definitely doing work.
Yeah, so it looks like Split's gonna go to the Fiends, and let's see what. Curious to see what's in these locked chests over here.
Mm-hmm. So, Iron Gauntlet. Which isn't a bad item.
Well, every little bit of defense is helpful.
Oh boy. Trance gargoyles, not a fun time.
Oh, gross.
And Nuke's gonna take care of that. This is a bracket round, Slickfingers. This is actually the very first of our round 1 matches. And it's a doozy, because these two are, in my opinion at least, they're pretty evenly matched. And we're seeing, looks like the Eye's got some beefy HP. And Brott's already in the double-digit levels, and the Floater is even randomized.
Oh, wow. Yeah, good luck on... Now he's just got to get out.
A&W presents the Vanilla Floater.
Who rolled this seed, Will? Do you know?
I don't. We have a Mage Staff.
I think it was Wolfman.
And a Heal Helmet. So a couple of spellcasting items. Not a
Heal Helmet's one way to save on resources a little bit.
That it is. I think he threw it on the Thief. Give the Thief something to do in battle until he can hold his own on damage. Which won't happen until he gets the tail. Yeah, now that Brott's got the Floater, the chances of him actually diving Marsh, as a couple of people have already pointed out in chat, not very good. So the Floater normally is a great thing to find at this point in the game, but just in terms of how he's going to route now, from a logical standpoint, it's not good. Because he's going.
I'll be curious to.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm curious to see what he's planning on doing now.
I would think he's going to end up full clearing everything other than Mirage and Sky because he won't be able to get into it.
True.
What was in Marsh? Well, you had the Chime, you had the Opal Armor, and the Dragon Armor. Opal and Dragon were both in the key-locked part of Marsh.
That's definitely a good Marsh find.
Mm-hmm. And yes, he does have they have Oxyale, so Sea Shrine is an option as soon as they can get there. And Brott's going to take to the sky. And we're probably going to find out what's in the Titan's Tunnel. Maybe we'll figure out what's in Titan's Tunnel. I think it's actually going to be blocked off by the Titan. But we're probably going to find out what's in the Cardi Islands.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see him saving up the max amount to go buy the Ruby right now.
No reason to do it yet.
No.
Or really at all, I mean, unless he really wants those 4 chests. Creeps with Ice 2. Not a good time.
Did they hit him asleep, or was that a spell?
I didn't catch it. I was looking at Broad's screen when that happened. I apologize.
Me too.
Yeah, early before Earth. Yeah, that's what Marsh early would constitute, I would say, yeah.
Ooh, there's the warp. Ooh,
There
warp
we
and
are.
fast.
Warpsman fast at level 5.
I've got to have that fast.
Mm-hmm. Fast is in the warp slot. And the Opal is actually not bad. Gets to buy a couple of gold bracelets for 2 or 3 of his party members. Now you just gotta find a pro ring.
On that steel armor's max price too. What a ripoff.
Yeah. Never ever buy steel armor, kids. You're not an old school Final Fantasy player if you didn't save up a ton of money for steel armor and get very, very disappointed.
You know, Will, I only did that once as a kid.
Yeah, I think you only ever do it once. And you never do it again.
No, I have no desire to. I don't want to.
Nope.
No thanks.
Nope. Especially not in Rando.
Oh, I don't think anybody has time for that. These guys want to win a race.
Steel armor is good if you don't want to evade anything, but I mean you're really better off just getting a gold bracelet and saving the evasion.
Looks like we had a mage staff in the one of the Corneria chests.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it was mage staff and heal helmet. And Brott's gonna do a little leveling here, stake and wings combo, which I don't agree with because I am Team Tyro, but you know, if you're some kind of godless heathen like Brott here, you can get a lot of XP off these guys. And so he does. Split is going to show us what is in the treasure trove of Volcano.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what's in the armory. Hope we get some. We did something good in there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my baby, the defense sword. Is there anything he doesn't find? Well, we're probably gonna have Power Glove and Masa in this treasure trove here. Oh, okay. Prove me right, game. Prove me right.
Wow.
I'm 2 for 2 with that dragon armor and the power gauntlet. Let's see if I can. Okay, X-Cal, close to Masa. Not quite yet, but close.
Wow, you're getting them all right today, Will.
Jeez. Correct or close to correct. Black shirt's a great find as well.
Wow.
And the money staff.
I don't know, Will. I'm gonna go out on a ledge here and say that I think that the Power Gauntlet is the new game changer, in my opinion.
Power Gauntlet's been a game changer for a long time. And it's the people who've known how to make best use of it and realize that it actually increases your hit percentage along with your power.
Absolutely. And just turns that fighter into just a massive powerhouse.
Mm-hmm. As I used to throw that on.
For 1200. Yeah.
Beautiful. And I used to put a power gauntlet on my overleveled black belt, and there was pretty much nothing it couldn't punch through. Hey, Will, what should I invest in? Oh boy. And an opal car. Are you kidding me? Opal bracelet too.
Wow.
Oh my word. And Brott got a little bit of a pickup. A little greenery from Sarda.
Oh yeah, he sure did. Got that dank herb.
Yes, indeed.
Excellent.
Keep that away from your pets. You don't want them to get sick. We're going to find out what's in the hands of the elf prince. And it is the crown.
Wow.
So crown's a good pickup. Because
Sure
now he's going to get another incentive item. Getting that out of the way. And Splitpunched, now continuing on with his tour day, picking up every good item in the game tour.
That's what he's been. You've been calling it. Well, tell me, Will, what's next?
Well, he just picked up the opal shield, so I guess we're probably looking at... do we have a white shirt yet?
I haven't seen it.
No? Let's say white shirt or Forpal in this. Because some people actually like Forpal. But I bet you we're going to see at least one more endgame item here. Not necessarily in that chest, but in this volcano somewhere. Maybe behind the red dragon chest. And the crown led to the tail, and the tail is going to lead to Plastane.
And go pay a visit to old Bahamut.
Yep. Gonna give him a nice change of clothes and a haircut.
Brott crashed into the beach right there.
Gonna make him look all presentable for the Temple of Fiends Revisited. And the canal. So, there's a canal.
There's a canal in the cave, huh? Or in the volcano.
Yep.
Well, I guess that's really no different than a house in a chest, right?
Something like that.
Or a ship in a chest? I've seen a couple of those.
Ship in a chest is always interesting. A little logistical nightmare.
Statistically speaking, I'm not sure how it got in there.
You know, flying the Panama flag here in chat is Allie. And, oh, there's the white shirt. It's in the Cardias.
Oh, what a great race so far. This is good.
Now, Brott's ahead in one sense and very, very, very behind in another.
Oh, absolutely. Having that airship, I think, is one way that he's definitely ahead, because now he can a little bit quicker.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's going to have to come to the conclusion that Marsh Cave is essential a lot quicker.
Yeah. I think that was a great play for Split to make early. I really do.
It was a gamble. It was a gamble that paid off.
Absolutely.
And Split's going to clear out the volcano here and probably find, I'm guessing, Masa, Katana or two. I don't know. Maybe another gold bracelet.
Well, gold bracelet's always a good find, too.
Mm-hmm. I think he's already got enough on all of them. But...
Probably.
Let's see. And Brott making his way to the northern continent.
Oh, there's that house in a chest.
Yep. Just add water, I guess. I don't know. And Brott's gonna ignore the advice of TLC, go chasing a waterfall, and we're gonna see what those 6 chests have and what the robots got for us.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious if the robot's gonna have the cube today.
It might be vanilla.
Well, Floater was in vanilla. Why not the cube too?
It's entirely possible.
And I think there's only one key item that's going to be sold at the shop, and that's the ruby.
That's correct. So there's
hoping for easy buys.
Small chance that one of those 4 chests has anything of great value, because Split's pretty much found almost everything else.
He sure has.
Yeah, Brott's about 2 levels ahead of Split, but that's not really a big deal. Yeah, we do need ribbons, Allie. You're correct.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of those yet at all.
Nope. And here we go. I think I predicted something would be in this chest, so let's see if I'm right.
Let's see.
Let's say, you know, for Allie's sake, one of these is a ribbon. Flame shield, not super duper hype, but it's something.
Well, it's better than a wooden shield, I guess.
Yes. Okay, and now we're going to take a first look at Carrie.
Let's see what we got today. Let's see what she has.
Because we know that Split's got some nuke charges and some incredibly high-level gear. And Bottle is what the Brobot is holding today.
Wow.
I didn't see anything else in the chests.
Carrie doesn't look too bad.
Nope. And down goes Carrie. So our first orb is lit.
There we go. Not too bad. Didn't even see anything too punishing.
Nope. Brott's doing a little bit of shopping. Heal potions, 13 gold.
Oh, better than 60.
Far
Cheap
better.
cabins too.
Mm-hmm. I'd definitely be loading up on those.
You gotta have your save ability. Save it.
Yeah, Split's probably heading toward the floater right now.
Well, he's got to take to the sky to get the rest of.
He'll be in pretty good shape. I don't know if we're necessarily going to get to ordeals at this pace, but that might be where the loot is.
I do believe that there's a good chance that ordeals may contain.
So we haven't seen a cube yet. We haven't seen loot yet. I believe that Masa might be incentivized. Somebody will have to correct me if I'm wrong. But I think Masa's an incentive item, or it's in the rotation for it. And we've maybe, because I haven't seen the incentives. Masa in a box? Okay. And we also need the slab, and yeah, chat all over it. Masa is not incentive. And Brott's going to give us a look at the mermaid floor here. And there's our first ribbon. Ribbon sighting, ice armor.
Well, it's good to have at least one ribbon. That's better than none, but now
At minimum.
find a couple more.
Mm-hmm. There's a pro ring.
Opal gauntlet there.
And some gold. So nothing terribly spectacular yet, but I don't think he's gone to the 3 chests at the far end yet. Making his way there.
And it looks like Split's gonna get his floater, then go their ship. And...
Yeah, Mermaid Floor is a relative bust, but he did find that ribbon on the way up to it. So can't complain too much about that.
And don't forget he got that Pro Ring too, so that's a little bit extra that'll help as well.
Pro Ring's not bad because we haven't seen where it's sold yet.
True.
Not that I've seen.
Looks like Brott's fighter's looking real good right now with that Opal.
Okay. 16k Crescent Lake for Pro Rings. Thank you very much, Demon Frog. Let's see if Brott ends up clearing the Sea Shrine. Is he going to take a swing at Kraken with the characters leveled the way they are and with the artillery he's got? So I think Kraken's not really the issue here so much as the seafood party packs and the ghosts.
Oh. Yeah, those seafood packs are... The last few races I saw, boy, those lobsters were not happy to have company.
Nope. I saw Death Touch lobsters, I believe, during the 15-person race.
Oh, that was awful. I'm not sure. You know, I'm never really happy to. Then I'm like, well, I'm not the only one like that, you know.
Well, Nuke doesn't take out the Wiz Sea Hag. Surprising. Second Nuke does the job. And I'm Whisper, no, they are not doing best of 3 in a single stream. And Brott is noping out. Can't say that I blame him.
No, I can't blame him either. I'd be out of there too.
Mm-hmm. Split's about to get paid off.
Yeah, getting that floater's going to be a good step in the right direction to get him going, and he's already got carried down.
Absolutely.
Who would you say, Will? Who would you say is in the lead right now?
Split. I mean, he's got an orblet. He's got far better gear. The only thing he's not leading on is levels, I believe. And he's leading on information, which is the most important thing. So,
absolutely.
Brott, the only chance he has of catching up to Split at this point is getting to Marsh ASAP, and he has no way of knowing that. He has no way to think that that's the right play. But he's going to take a shot here at Ordeals, and I don't blame him. Given the information he's got, Ordeals is not a bad play.
We got to see he may have something good in that chest in there that can really either point him to the direction of Marsh or
it will give him information. Edge says that he's within a Topher wipe. Maybe. I think that if we're talking about like a 10-minute lead, it might be a little bit bigger than that based on how long it'll take him to get to Marsh. There's just no way of knowing until we know what he's going to do.
Well, you never know what the second round of Fiends are going to have. I've seen runs go until they hit, Topher, and then it's just a dead stop because you either Kraken's the true end boss, or Tiamat wants to take the turn, or whatever,
Or Chaos as appropriate.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of game left to play here, and Brott's got a lot of decisions left to make. Split's got a lot of room for error, so it's by no means over.
Oh no, not even close.
But it is Split's to lose.
Well, I think Split's made a lot of really good decisions, especially that definitely put him a little bit above Brott, I think, in this case.
Mm-hmm. Zeus Gauntlet for Brott would have been useful when he was in the Sea Shrine.
There's that up.
He does have to go back.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to go back there anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, and he might miss the Opal and Dragon Armor. In fact, he probably will, if that's the last incentive item he needs to get. If Chime is, because he'll have no reason to go downstairs. And we have a Katana Split if he makes his way here, which he's not going to have to, I don't think, because that's just the ship. Yeah, Split could make good use of a Katana upon class change.
That's ship in a box. There we go.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There we go.
Step 1.
Yeah, they already have an airship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ship's a blank. So, not a real big payday for Brott. So if Split can avoid the Ordeal's dive, it's an even bigger gap he's putting between himself and Brott.
Now that is true. That'll save him a few minutes.
Where will Brott go next? Okay. Check out Gaia. Not going to bother with those high-level spells. Is there a possibility he doesn't remember where the pro rings are?
It's possible.
It's easy to forget. I know I forgot. Split is taken to the air at the 46.5-minute mark, but has already covered so much ground on foot and by canoe that it's just a matter of playing catch-up at this point.
Yeah, and then getting some of these fiends down and getting a few levels and heading to Topher soon, you know?
Exactly, yep. Yeah, split buying the Ruby and Elf is probably not going to happen. Unless it has to. Unless he doesn't have everything he needs from doing the traditional...
Mm-hmm.
The traditional dungeon grinds. And I was going to buy the level 5 spells here. Fog 2... Yeah, Warp is an absolute. But of course, yeah, Warp being in the spot it's in can't be bought. It's gonna have to class change first. No, I said he covered so much ground on foot and by canoe. Both. he had to use both foot and canoe to get to the places he's gotten. Perhaps I should speak more clearly. I apologize. And now Brott gets to celebrate late with all these fantastic things that Split got about 20 minutes ago.
Well, I knew Brott was going to get into the volcano.
And it's an inevitability.
What do you think Split's going to do here, Will? Now that he's got the key.
If I'm in Split's shoes, I just clear the dungeons. Just clear the necessary dungeons. I don't know if I'd go Earth first, but I'd probably go to Sea Shrine. And then I would clear out the Mirage Tower, and then Earth. Some people might disagree with me on this. They might say go Earth first and clear that. But I would save Earth for last of the 4 mandatory dungeons. Just because of how spread out the chests are in there. But I'd probably full clear Sea Shrine, and then I would full clear the Mirage Tower.
Well, still a few things left to find.
Mm-hmm. So, Demarine, I used to be Team Earth first in the old meta, in the old Black Belt days, but now with the incentives as they are, with placements as they are, chest density is kind of king, so I'd probably still put it off for last.
Well, I do like the idea of going to Volcano because you got the whole armory right. The more chests you have, the more percentage you have of getting something good there.
For sure. And Split's running the Crown Quest, which is going to get him the tail. As Fuzzy Mage pointed out in chat. Yeah, so there is in Earth there's one chest that's really out of the way, and there's a few others that are sort of out of the way. And at least 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 that are behind an Earth elemental. But that with 1 or 2 nuke charges is a non-issue. And away we go.
Yeah, Split's just rolling along now. He's got his class chain. I wonder where we're gonna find the loot.
Yeah, it's the loot and the cube are what we really need. Nothing else is mandatory. I mean, Split needs a ribbon, in my opinion, at least one ribbon. With Dragon Armor and the Opal Shield, if he finds Aegis, that'll be better. But I would slap a Pro Ring on him. That will at least prevent your elemental damage and death damage, or death spells from affecting you. And one ribbon to protect one life giver. And of course you can buy life 2 on the night, so that's not a problem. You can only have as many as 4 charges of that.
Oh, but that's always a nice little safety too, in case something goes, temple.
Yeah, it's a
cushion.
Get your butt out of jail free card.
So you don't have to immediately exit and start over.
Right.
Speaking of exit, there's a fade too.
Oh, what do you know?
A little expensive, but what was the best thing in the black magic shop? Hub?
I didn't see anything, so I'm going to guess there wasn't anything imperative there. And is Split going Earth? He's picking up as fast as Warp now. Make life a lot easier for him.
I don't think Earth is a bad spot right now. It just depends on how many, without knowing where the loot and the cube are. I mean, you really want to skip chests?
It looks like Brott is skipping chests. Or unless he's just burning off encounters. No, he's skipping, he's just plowing through Earth. Huh. Oh yeah, Brott does think he's go because he doesn't have loot, but he does think he's in go mode. Or he's playing as if he thinks he's in go mode.
I really hope he's not passing anything. I'd hate to see him have to dip in here again,
It's entirely possible.
Oh, 9-pack of gargoyles. Ugh, ew, gross.
Jeez. Yeah, so slab might be required. We're gonna see. But if the loot is in the Earth Cave, seeing as he's already behind with the chime being in Marsh and not having any real reason to think he has to go there, Brott's in a world of hurt. He does have the cube, which is nice, but from a logical progression standpoint, it's going to be tough for Brott. and nearly impossible to catch up if he's skipping a key item here in the Earth Cave.
Yeah, the problem is nobody knows. I mean, he could have walked by the loot already. Could have been on that first floor.
Is Split taking he's taking river fights intentionally? I think what he's probably trying to do is get his levels up for spell charges.
That's a good idea, and then looks like he's on his way to go see Mr.
Mr. Robot.
Yes, he is.
Yep, level 14. One way.
Have we seen Brott's levels in a bit?
We just did. He's at 16.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said that was for Split.
No, I did. Split's at 14.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I missed the other part then.
That's quite alright. Because Split just class changed, so you don't get you probably know this already, but you don't get the spell charges on your Knight or your Ninja until level 15, and then every odd level until you cap out at 4 spells in each levels 1 through 4. Split's going to make his dive into the Sea Shrine. I'm going to assume he'll go... Oh? He's picking up that... Aha! Okay. So he's going to pick up the level, go back out and save, and then go in with a spell charge.
A good plan. Gotta have one.
It's not a bad idea. I don't think this is the fight he wanted to pick up. I think he was hoping for a Gershark fight, or anything other than the Sea Hag fight, but this will still give him some XP. There's still a small multiplier applied here. And another with Red Sea Hag fight. This is one of the only fights that will always be unrunnable, that isn't a boss.
Those pesky pirates, I tell ya, making the hags unrunnable.
Yep.
I saw Brott pick up a few chests here in the earth, but I didn't see anything.
I don't know
there.
Why is he checking these chests and not the other ones? I don't get his chest checking logic at this point.
Maybe he picked those because they're 5 grouped together, maybe?
Well, this is only going to be 3. Pro Cape's a good pickup. And Split is on his way to the waterfall. We get our first look at Lich, who has got about a 1% chance of posing any threat at all to him.
I'd be curious to see what spells got placed on it.
Yeah, unless he's got that vanilla Lich 2 round 1 nuke, I don't think he's got too much to worry about here.
Yeah, I agree. It always makes you wonder, who does have nuke?
Yeah. You know that you're going to have at least a couple of those nuke spells allocated to the final 5 bosses plus War Mech. Yep. So there's 6 enemies there that could have it. They could have multiple charges of nuclear as well. But outside of that, the rest of the bestiary has 1. The Evil Man is the vanilla character that has nuke, so it's going to get shuffled to 1. If it hits what's called the Medusa script, which has 3 groups attached to it, then 3 enemies could have nuke.
Oof.
But it's a pretty rare occurrence. It's happened before, but it doesn't happen very often.
If that happened all the time, I'd start wondering. That would just be awful.
Split gets the bottle. Fire 2 is a little bit of a non-issue. Second nuke charge rolls minimum damage. Harm 4 rolls low damage. And Brott's able to take him out with a physical.
Yeah, Lich only had a fire 2, that's not bad.
Nope.
And you're right about that 1% chance of it being anything other than nothing.
Yep. I'm not sure why Split's taking this fight here if he just wants the XP. But he can certainly warp out.
I see, so it looks like Brott, he killed Lich and then he's jumping back in, I think, here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he may have realized he doesn't have the loot. Which, if it is in the Earth Cave, is going to put him in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
And second ribbon on Brott's side. One of the ways in which Brott is leading Splitpunched is he has 2 ribbons to none. And that is a big deal in late game.
Yeah, we got the first ribbon was in the Sea Shrine, now we got the Earth Cave. I wonder if it's going to be in Sky Tower or something.
It's entirely possible. We haven't seen the bottom of Sea Shrine. But looks like we're about to. This is on Brott's side, it's a really interesting strat to mow down Lich, to basically beeline him. I think he'll only check 1 room of chests or 2 rooms of chests, and then go back in and back down again. Now, if he'd cleared out the 4th floor, I don't think he got that top room. Those 5 chests in the top room of Earth 4.
I don't think so.
We saw the katana there. If Split gets that, he'll be happy.
So we're about an hour in, and we've got some interesting things going on. Brott's got his 2
three ribbons now.
Oh, wow.
So we have 2 ribbons in the Earth Cave.
Wow.
And I'll give a friendly nudge to our tracker, and he just got it before I said anything, so good job. And the Gershark Big Eye fight on Split's side, as Edgeworth affectionately calls the XP Pinata fight. As you will soon see. And I think Brott's going to make his way to the bottom of Sea Shrine.
Well, somebody's going to have to get down there and see what's down there.
Well, if he motors, he can high-five Split.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, sure can.
So, recap, Papa. The best thing I can tell you is that Split made a decision to go early Marsh Cave. And he found the Chime and both the Opal and Dragon armors in the key-locked section of Marsh. Since then, he's had a really good go of picking up high-level gear, but Brott is not doing too badly himself either. He's already had 2 orbs lit, working on number 3, but he's going to have to make his way back to the Marsh Cave, is Brott, because the Chime is going to be necessary. Brott also has all 3 ribbons. There were 2 in the top 2 floors of the Earth Cave, which he just got. And yes, Bane Sword as well was in Marsh. So
yeah, I bet Brock's happy to have 3 ribbons now. That's going to help him out endgame.
I'm never angry about having 3 ribbons.
Never. It's just that last little bit of safety. I have, even though like we saw the other day, Rob does go with ribbons. But it's nice to at least.
It's very rare.
It's kind of horrifying when it does, because you're certainly not expecting it.
Nope. What chest did Brott leave behind in Earth? I'm pretty sure he left every third floor.
Well, nothing too exciting down on Brott's side happening right now. Nothing in the chest, at least.
Sorry, I disappeared there for a second. My internet had a hiccup.
Glad you're back, Will.
Glad to be back.
Oh, I don't like seeing those lobsters.
Nope, they're never a fun time.
What are they going to pop you in the face with this time? Oh, did Split just bane that one?
I think so.
Oh, that's what I saw. That's good if that happens. Love it.
Lobsters have glance.
Oh. What do the sea snakes have? Have we seen them?
I think we saw them. I don't think they had anything special.
Well, that's a relief. Mmm, 7-pack of lobsters. Oh, roast.
Brott, what are you doing? Brott took the more difficult fight there. And let's see how Kraken fares. Brackstrats. Thank you. Split. Why did I ever doubt that you'd use them? Thunder. Better get Bane and Brack to work.
And quick.
There it goes.
Brackstrats for the win.
Indeed.
You know, I just noticed, Will, I must be a hair behind you.
Yep. If you refresh your browser, if you refresh the screen for the commentary, you will be back in time. You're going to want to do that once every half hour or so.
Oh, okay, oh, no wonder. Oh, yay, there we go. Much better. All right, now I can see what's actually going on here.
There we go. And now it is Brott's turn. So Split is behind by an orb, but he's way ahead in information.
Yeah, very interesting situation we have between our two racers. It's been a great race so far. Some good decisions, some bad decisions. I think we're just gonna see it get better.
To be fair, I don't think we've necessarily seen any bad decisions. I've seen a couple of questionable ones about chest checking, but there seems to be a method to their madness. And we've got a TNT pickup here, which means he's going to turn that in and I believe get the cube. Brott going back into the volcano. Was this by virtue of skipping the red dragon chest? I don't know what he skipped in here.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't know if he skipped that one. Pretty sure he did.
Oh, I see. He hasn't done any of the upper V2, and I don't think he hit red dragon.
Found the canal, but that's not gonna help.
Nope. Yeah, Agama 2, you're right. And doing a little spell shopping is Splitpunched. I totally agree with this play. Some extra wall and heal 3 spells for the knight.
Yeah, wall's gonna help having that little bit extra.
Temper on the knight. Or on the ninja, rather. Well, it's okay to have the pro rings because those are still fantastic armor just in and of themselves. Because you're getting, I believe, 8 defense and minus 1 evade. It doesn't. It's not just for the death defense. Yeah. So as we sort of said before, and we're possibly looking at full clears. A little more likely on Brott's side than Split's, but there's still a chance that Split will do a full clear.
I've got to find that loot.
And stands to reason that might be in the Mirage Tower or Sky Cave.
Oh, we're running out of places to look.
Brott toyed with the idea of going to Marsh. Decided against it.
Oh.
He's not going to feel good about it once he finally does go there.
Oh, come on, Brott. You gotta go to Marsh, man. Get in there.
No, nothing was in Red D, but it's information. I think I might have been the Flame Sword. I don't recall exactly, but it wasn't anything mandatory. Yeah, the Chime was in Marsh, DD. As well as the Dragon Armor and Opal Armor in the locked chests in Marsh. So, pretty fantastic pickups. And the fact that he went there early means he's going to have the best defense in the game on his knight. And Brott is making the play finally.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. I think he's going to be real happy with this play right here.
So this could ostensibly put Brott in the lead. Since he is a... Oh, Split's going to get the empty box. He's going ordeals. This may be the difference that Brott needed to catch back up. Because Split's going to waste about 5-6 minutes here.
Oh, no.
Maybe 7. Picking up practically nothing.
Wasn't the ship in there?
No. I mean, I'm sorry, yes.
I was going to say, wait a minute, I'm confused now.
No, yeah, you're right. Yep. Praxia pointing out that the katana is a good pickup in the in ordeals. The other one being in, I think it was Earth. It was Earth 2.
I wonder if we're going to find a Masmian in the Mirage Tower.
That's very likely. Like, there's only a few chests left that we haven't seen that are outside of Marsh, or that are outside of the Mirage Tower and Sky Cave. And that's going to be the 4 Titans chests and whatever's in TOFR. I don't think there's anything we haven't seen outside of that.
I don't think so.
Yeah, Split having Warp is going to make this a little bit quicker, but it's still time out of his day.
Well, hopefully he can get out of there and hightail it to the next spot.
He's going to pick up this mummy fight because XP.
Absolutely. If you can get a little extra along the way, that extra level or 2 can make a difference in the end.
Most definitely. And I feel that Split's probably feeling a little nervous here without having any ribbons at the basically the 115 mark. Typically, you're going to find 1. But unless he checks chests in Earth, he's going to miss out on 2.
I hope he gets there. Well, he has to go beat up Lich anyway, so...
Correct. Yeah, the question is he going to check chests on the way down? And Brott is going to be pleasantly surprised here. There's your katana. Yahtzee.
And then Brott's gonna get some good armor too, so he's
in good shape.
He absolutely is.
Makes the mistake of stepping off that tile, thinking he just got garbage.
Oh no.
That's okay. Yeah, the move is to go to Sky. Edge is right. You don't go back and clear the mermaids until after you've cleared Sky. If you would need to, hypothetically, which he's not going to.
Well, there's still a lot to be seen in Sky and Marine. Next place to go.
That question is Split going to go to Earth, or is he going to go Sky?
What do you think, Will?
I think he's going to go Sky.
I think so too.
Which means he's not going to have a ribbon. Now, he might check chest and Earth just for the sake of getting a ribbon. And then he might find the first ribbon, then go mode at that point. But I can't imagine him going in without it. Yeah, wall charges, while great, still aren't ribbons. So I'd still, at this point, I might still, thinking because I went to Marsh early, know that I have a lead, and try to find at least one ribbon. Whole bunch of nothing ball so far. We're going to be high-fiving here. There's the other Pro Cape. So Brott's going to have both of those.
He's got some good equipment.
Yep.
Having that third orb down is going to help him out a bit too, because really he just needs to clean this out on the way up.
Mm-hmm. So the turntable is definitely turned. Mage, I don't like that idea. That is sad. We should definitely not do that. That sprite swap would not be fun. Yeah, it seems like the rest of chat agrees with me. Thank you for having decency, people. Wolfman, based on the context of the responses you're seeing, I think you can guess that it's probably not favorable. And the slab.
Oh, finally found the slab.
Stands to reason that's either going to lead to the loot or the adamant.
So, Will, do you think Split's just gonna clean it out on the way up to Tiamat?
Not with Slab. No. Unless he really, really wants a ribbon. Like, he might check some of the chests on the first and third floors of Sky Cave,
Mhm.
I don't think there's any way in hell he's clearing the asterisk room.
Yeah.
Mage staff doing work. And those Gurmadeuses are juicy XP, so Brott wise enough to take that fight.
Well, I'll tell you, having that nuke at level 1 has just been a full blessing.
Mm-hmm. It's a blessing for both runners, so
Absolutely.
sort of a zero sum. Blue Dragon is hanging in there. Brott's gonna check the quote-unquote free chests here. So Papa, the only things we're not aware of are the loot and the adamant. Ruby's in a shop.
I'm kind of glad we don't need the ruby for it being at price and all.
Oh, and there's the Aegis shield. So we've got max defense on the knight.
Nice.
We are missing the Bonk Glove. We are missing Masa. We are missing Vorpal if you care. And that is basically it. But that is big. So the Bonk Glove has been found. You're right. It was in the armory. Thank you. Yep.
I wonder what Tiamat has today. Wonder if it's going to be something. Here we go.
Let's get your bless RNGs up.
Oh, let's see.
Big Daddy Warmack.
Let's see who's going to be the lucky one today. It's a Warmack.
This game is getting more and more tenuous for Split as it progresses. Brott has bounced back. About to get his 4th orb lit. He has all 3 ribbons. He has Excal on his knight. 2 casters of Nuke. 2 casters of Life 2. Really, it's gone from Split's race to lose to Brott's to lose.
Yeah, slowly but surely, Brott's just getting it done. He's getting it done. Let's see what he's got here. Brott's got his 4th orblet. There we go.
And the sentry, as always, holding up. The Split's pretty. At this point, Split's got to hope for a wipe on Brott's side and deep in TOFR. You get those level 1 magic spells, Life 2.
Oh, what a good spell. Good spell. Isn't it $12 too?
Something like that. Very
Oh no, it's
cheap.
50. 50, that's really cheap.
I think Harm 4 was the cheap one. All the same, they've got hundreds of thousands of gold. Not an issue.
Yeah, when you buy Nuke for 12 gold, I think you're doing okay.
Brott about to get probably the adamant. now that he's learned a language. And Brack does the job.
Wow.
He memed both of those fiends and is about to presumably go to the Earth Cave.
Yeah, this is gonna get interesting. It looks like Brott's gonna head down to the Loopa Loopa guys down there.
Indeed.
See what they have. They would have to have the loot.
They have to have adamant or loot.
Well, I'm a little worried about Split though. Still doesn't have any ribbons.
Nope. So
Brott's got all three.
He'll have to check some chests in the Earth Cave. And
You
yes,
think
it is
Split's
adamant.
getting worried? There it is, adamant.
I would say yes. I think Split's getting worried. With respect to the lack of ribbons. Maybe not. I don't think he thinks he's behind necessarily, though he is. But I do think he's worried about the lack of ribbon.
Yeah, and that's all I really meant was just like not having ribbons.
Mm-hmm.
If I was in a position right now, I'd be like, well, everything's good, but I don't have any ribbons. But I got it, we'll find some.
Right. And no, I believe all the incentive item chests have been found.
So then where does that leave the loot?
That leaves the loot in the hands of Narek the Dwarf.
Sure does.
Or rather, not Narek, but the Smith.
There we go.
Narek is the Canal Dwarf.
Yeah. Well, looks like Brott's. That's, as far as I know, that's all he needed. So that would mean somebody's ready to go hit the nightmare.
It would appear that Split is going to find at least one ribbon, because he is checking chests on the first floor of Earth.
Good. Well, hopefully, if he can get those two heading down, hopefully that can help him a little bit of relief at least.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Brott's in Topher. Let's see what we got here.
And Split's ribbon's coming up. If he may not clear the second floor, but if he does, he'll find a second ribbon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, presumably one's all he's gonna really want. Inventory Tetris being played.
That's tough to do when you only have 16 slots and 16 things you want to wear.
Most definitely. The downside with Split is that he has red mages instead of a white and a black mage, so he cannot equip the white and black robes. The white robe saves a little bit of inventory space that you'd otherwise occupy with a gold bracelet. And Brott is on the earth floor. Runs into earth elementals. Staying on brand.
Of course not one or two, but it had to be the maximum amount of...
Followed up by 3.
Those guys used to really scare me when I was 9 years old.
Sometimes they scare me now.
Alright, let's take a look at Lich here and see what we got.
Lich, the Mr. Irrelevant of the 5 gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know that I used nuke charges on that fight, but hey, I'm not the one running.
It goes down without a hitch.
Yeah, let's see him do exit on chaos. Exit on the chaos floor for the points. I highly doubt that's going to happen, but, you know, get those blessed RNGs out? I don't know.
Hope you get a lot of points for that.
You do.
Oh.
Most points you can get.
Oh, wow. That's a...
I don't know, Demarine, I'm willing to gamble that Lich 2 does not have vanilla turn 1 nuke loaded up and ready to go. I would actually gamble and preserve my nuke charges rather than believe it's a distinct possibility. Yes, Lich and Kraken are male. Carrie and Tiamat are female.
And Carrie goes down without a hitch, too. Too bad.
Looks like Brott's in pretty good shape, pending the next 3 fights. We're absolutely not out of the woods yet.
Well, we haven't really seen anything. I haven't really seen any nukes or anything out of these, out of the fiends yet. So, kind of wondering what we're going to see here.
What's going to be coming up on ready to dive Topher after this nominal fight with Lich. Ooh, there's that glance.
Lobsters lately just have not been playing nice at all.
Not so much lately, it's ever. I don't think I've ever seen a friendly seed with lobsters.
That boy's got stone there.
Well, we got a chaos to kill. Standing around getting stoned like that, it's not going to get the job done.
You're right. Oh, man. Alright, let's see.
So we have a Lich dating profile discussion going on in chat. Photoshop of Lich kayaking or mountain climbing? Yeah. And at least one shirtless pic, I think, and then he's gonna, find a bunch of women on Lich Tinder who really love wine and they love to laugh and have a good time. Nothing's any different in the Lich community. Kraken goes down with relative ease as far as Krakens go. There's Adamant.
I don't know, it seems like the worst thing so far has been the ribbons that were hiding and that the blacksmith was hiding away.
Yeah, the only chance Split's got here is a nasty, nasty chaos, or nasty Tiamat too. And that's not a terrible physical attack. 4 hits for 140 something. Ooh. Big 1097 hit. Next hit will almost definitely kill Tiamat.
Yeah, he doesn't have much more hit points.
Nope. He hypothetically could have had 2200, I believe. I think we're at 200% max.
Wow.
And Vanilla's 1100. So
yeah.
Chaos can have no more than 4k. But if we're rolling a high evasion or high defense Chaos, 4000 HP is a hell of a lot of HP, especially if that Chaos has nasty spells or abilities, or Cure 4, or Slow 2.
I kind of want to see Chaos, because somebody's...
Still, I was corrected. 150 still for these flags, so 3000 HP cap on Chaos.
Well, if you did a Chaos with high evasion, then... Eep.
Exit! Cast exit! Make it a match! Oh well. The dream is dead.
right, let's see what he's got. Is Chaos going to be a tree or he's going to be a tricycle?
Oh, he teases he teases everybody. Oh man, Brott ever the showman. I do appreciate that.
All right, let's see it. Let's see what we got here.
I don't know that I'd have the guts to do that and not accidentally hit exit.
I was a little nervous there for a minute for Brott.
Imagine losing because you did that. Yeah, to what DD did. Drop your controller on the reset key, mind. Not a great idea. That's why when I play, my laptop is elevated, and my controller is about 1.5 feet, 2 feet away from the keyboard. There's virtually zero chance of that happening.
Okay, so we saw light 2.
Hey, he technically cast exit. I don't know if that's I don't know if that counts. According to what Zara is going to judge on that might actually be sufficient. So yeah, he's on the chaos floor and he cast exit. So I guess technically.
Brott getting by on a technicality there.
Technically correct. The best kind of correct. And there's your nuke. Oh, mercy. Both mages managed to survive that by the skin of their chinny chin chins.
Oh, wow. Oh,
and that's the end of that. Brott takes it down.
Wow.
GG, Brott.
We saw one nuke.
We did.
Wow.
And it was on Chaos, and it didn't matter.
Nope.
Even if those mages had wiped, still wouldn't have mattered.
Nope. Wow. I'm a little surprised here, Will.
I'm surprised at how not close the ending was here. I was expecting this to come down to a matter of a couple minutes. Once Brott got his momentum going at the end, there was no stopping.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
This is a pretty benign Temple of Fiends as well. It wasn't really... it wasn't a terribly difficult one compared to what we've seen in the past. It was what we've seen in some of those Swiss seeds. Yeah,
no kidding. That seemed to be relatively on the real shenanigans. Watched a couple races the other day. Boy, it was a nightmare getting through there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, let's see if we can't get Brott in here for post-race commentary. I'm not seeing him in the waiting room, and there, just as I say that, bring him on in. GG, Brott, congratulations on winning the round of 16 over Splitpunched. Hell of a race.
Thanks, Will. I do have a question.
Yes.
I cast exiting on Chaos.
Does
that count?
Oh, we caught it. We caught it. and the best answer I can give you is I don't know, but I love the technicality.
That was great.
I love that you thought to do that.
Gotta live outside the box, my friends.
Exactly right. Man after my own heart. So, you went to Marsh late. Split went early. It didn't end up mattering. I thought it would. So, tell me what was going through your head there.
Well, to be honest, I didn't have a chance to practice these flags.
Mm-hmm.
So, about... I think it was halfway through C. I remembered that I have to check all the chests.
Yep.
I was like, well, this is awkward. So to be frank, I think I got pretty lucky because I skipped the Red Dragon chest, I skipped the top Agama chest. I remember the chests that I skipped though, so I was planning on going back. I went back to Volcano and did the top just because,
right?
After realizing my mistake, that if it's something Akiram was in one of those chests, which there was, just one that wasn't important,
right?
But I thought that he'd be like Split would be so far ahead if I didn't go there first.
Right.
I felt that I still had time to go back. I felt my routing for the most part was okay, other than the I was going towards Elfland and Rila. I can't remember why I ended up going back. Oh, because I had the crystal.
Mm-hmm. The biggest difference that you had over Split was that you got the airship way before he did. He was pulling down the best items in the game, but you eventually did too, and you did it a lot faster because you had the airship. So that ended up paying off.
I haven't. Let me just go to the stream because I don't even know how. Like, where was Split when I finished?
He was. I think he was on the Earth floor, or just before the Earth floor. He was in that vicinity.
Okay,
You were. Yeah.
It's not 5 minutes or so. That's pretty close.
Yeah, it's a respectable finish.
Absolutely. So, do I talk to Cesar for the technicality, or what do I do here? Is he watching?
I don't know, Czar.
I have questions.
Yes, we all do. We all do.
You know what though? I think he has me as one of his runners in the fantasy league. So I don't know if we can go by what he think, like his decision.
A little bit of a bias there. Yeah.
Yeah, potentially. But yeah, no, I felt like it was a decent race. Like I said, I didn't have a chance to practice these flags before,
right?
So it took me some on-the-fly learning and remembering. But for it being like that, I think I raced pretty well.
You did. It was a bit of a jet seed because of the early spells.
Oh, it wasn't that good. Just nuke, no big deal. And life too.
Yeah, no.
Learnable by night. So
heal 3 temper. You know, as one does.
Yeah, generally, when I see stuff like that, I feel like you can go into Temple of Fiends at an earlier level. Because your knight can revive your Black Wizard who gets smacked around. But
absolutely, yeah.
But I did get a little lucky on Chaos Fight. Chaos Fight wasn't very hard, but my party pretty much survived his nuke. So
I made mention of that. I said even if they both died, your next hit was going to kill them anyway. So it ultimately didn't matter. And now we're seeing some Brack strats on Chaos. Because why not at this point? I think Split's probably going to have it in the next attack. Ironically, Liv has just died. And we're about to see... Yep. The death of Chaos. So GG's to Splitpunched. Finishing out the race here.
That's a good finish. A couple minutes behind Brott. Brott, G.
Thanks.
So I wait to get him in here for post-race. So it really does seem like the big differentiator was the fact that you got the airship earlier. He had a bit of an informational advantage on you with the early dive into the Marsh Cave.
Did he go to the bottom?
He did.
Did he have the key?
He did.
Okay, so you got dragon armor as well?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's. Admittedly, I was a bit of I was a bit biased thinking that Split had a pretty tremendous lead until your airship advantage overtook that. It really seemed like his equipment advantage, his informational advantage was going to make it tough for you. I think as others also did, that you were going to save Marsh for last because why would you go there if you didn't have to? But you ended up going there a little earlier than that.
Well, not really, because I went every place but Marsh. And I checked various chests, so that was the biggest bulk of chests left.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, I think based on what you hadn't yet checked, yeah, I think you still had stuff. You had stuff left in Volcano, still had stuff left in Earth.
I had 2 chests in Volcano left. I believe I had 1 chest in Earth left, which was the Vampire Floor. Yeah. Oh, sorry, two chests. the two ones on the right.
Mhm.
I had those two left, and then I had the second floor of water. The 1, 2, 3 chests,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's how many chests in March? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13. Yep.
So, like I said, because of the time when I remembered I need to check all the chests, I just kind of was playing percentages at that point.
For sure. And GG to you, Split.
GG.
The game, man.
So first thing to mention is that we had an early marsh cave check that put you in a bit of a preemptive lead, but the delay on finding the airship started to catch up to you, and Brott started to overtake the lead that you created with the information of where the chime was at and the dragon armor and so forth.
Oh, so I should have wildly dove Ice Cave earlier. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no way of knowing that. So I think you both played fantastic games. Split, I'll let you kind of run us through your thoughts during the race.
I don't really know, because I thought I was doing fine, and then I was just getting to a farm and I saw it not done. So I figured there was a gamble that I should have made that I didn't.
You both came close to full clearing the game. So it was, I think, it really just did come down to the when you found the airships, respectively, and you know when it comes down to that, like 15-20 minutes of time flying as opposed to walking or canoeing place, it's going to make a difference. So it was just a matter of routing. It could have gone either way. You both executed very well.
Yep, you guys did great. Started off on a good note and ended great race. Loved it.
Yeah, it sounded like you went to march early. So did you follow the bridge, or did you go around like normal, like we did in the Swiss flags?
I did a whole loop. I went up through the bridge and then did a whole loop around, and then came back to Ice Cave after I had warp. Because I didn't have the gold for it early.
Yeah, I went to Ice Cave. I went to Ice Cave before I got warp. So you got warp. So you ended up getting the ship in the canal and used it.
Oh wait, no, no, I didn't have warp at that point. I'm sorry. I'm really tired. I'm going to be honest. I remember I got level 4 spells, but
okay. So I think like warp was level.
Wasn't warp level 4? Or no, it was level 5. So I must have.
And then exit was level 6.
Warp and fast were both in level 5.
Yeah, and exit was level 6.
So, if chat has any questions for anybody for either Brott or Split before we send this off? But pending that, GG to you both. Brott, you'll be advancing to the next round here. And
excuse me.
The best of 3 there, Will. Like, I appreciate.
Oh, I'm so old school here. I'm way old school with this.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, but Split did go 4-1, and I went 3-2. So I still feel like there's work to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Split's a very good player.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, I'm actually delighted that this is going to be a best of 3 all the way through. That's going to take a lot of the variance out of the tournament, where RNG can in one match can throw the entire tournament for you. You're gonna have a chance to come back from that, Split, and you're fully 100% capable of doing that. But yeah, Brott is taking a 1-0 lead here in our very first match of the Final Fantasy Randomizer quote-unquote Spring Tournament 2018. And I will let Mr. Versetti take us out here on his maiden voyage and commentary.
Well, thank you, Mr. Bloodworth. I appreciate it. Again,
We lost you there.
Brott and Split, watched you guys race. It was great. I was enthralled from the first Magic Shop to the last one, and that was a heck of a race, and can't wait to see what else you guys can do.
I look forward to it.
Excellent. Well, good game, fellas.
Mhm. So
Thanks to
Go
Will and Mr. Vicente for
Sure.
commentating. I'm not sure who the tracker was, but obviously thank you to them as well. It's can get sometimes quite difficult seeing who gets what when. To the viewers, to Randomania, if you guys want to learn about Final Fantasy Randomizer, join the Discord. Lots of people there to help and answer questions.
Mhm. And we have links in there to follow both Brott and Split, so please do that. Follow the runners. And thanks to all of you for showing up. Thanks to Randomania for broadcasting this for us. And we will see you next round.
See you guys.